Hey everyone, welcome back to my Let's Play of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. When we last left off, we finally got to the point where we found out that there was indeed a woman in the restaurant with Dr. Wilson who died, and the waiter turned out to be a detective who was basically keeping her identity a secret because she's from England, and there's like that weird thing going on with Japan and England right now with the treaty or whatnot. But here she is. We got her to the stand. Now she's talking in gibberish. So I'm assuming maybe it's English? I don't know. It's kind of weird because this is like translated in English, but like meant for Japan. So like, maybe who knows? We'll find out, I'm sure. I just want to say really quick, sorry that the audio was a little sharp last episode. I lowered it. Hopefully it's not as bad today. Let me know though. It might take me a couple episodes to figure it out. So thank you for your patience with that. I don't know why it started acting up. It was totally fine since forever. So who knows? But yeah, let's just jump back in. Y'all are the best, and here we go. Let's cross-examine a lady with a swan on her head. Jeez. Blah 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 blah. I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but what? Whisper, 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 whisper. Whisper, 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 whisper. The lady says her name is Giselle Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in Yuma University's medical facility. Can she not talk? Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people. I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird's song. Sock up. As far as I can tell, the detective is translating her words faithfully enough. Yes, I agree. Haha, you'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it? Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryunosuke. It's all so I can watch those horrific American TV shows. No kidding. The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called Le Carnival, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct? Whisper, 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 whisper. Yes, yeah, okay, yeah. She says yes. This could take some time. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's try and read it. L'air is all in... Lou? I don't... She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. Just left a corpse? What? Interesting. You're the one who engineered her escape. I was just following special orders from the Bureau. Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this photographic print? Tell him no. Seeing as you were so, unfortunately, present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps? She says me, I'm gonna leave. Blah, 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 blah. Apparently, it was a very frightening and sorrowful sight. Do you mean to say? Yes, it would appear the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused, standing right there in this courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood. She didn't think to tell the police that, though? She just left? Order! Order in court! Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement. Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. That lion ho on the stage. Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. Thank God this judge is not, like, letting things happen. Like, in the other Ace Attorney games, that judge just kind of went with the wind. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that this guy has, like, his head on a little bit straighter, you know? Tell us what you saw, lady. I guess he's gonna translate the whole time. Okay, alright. Witness testimony of frightening and sorrowful sight. Bippity boppity boo. Yes, okay. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only, a beef steak. She said all that in that one sentence. At sign, let's see, yep, oh! After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. How did he know where his gun was? He just telepathic? I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. But you knew the doctor had a gun? This is a condemning testimony indeed. Oh, God. No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all.
Objection!
I literally just said hi. Quiet, you filthy wretch. Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard. Look at this snow-white angel. This is like Dahlia all over again. Jesus. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe. You're still making the same mistakes, Ryunosuke. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn. But he's so annoying! Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the two witnesses who testified before and reported back to the bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. Testimonies of the last two witnesses were completely worthless, however. Well, even so. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm. I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to. What about the hat, bro? Unless and until the precise location where the witnesses to have hidden a weapon can be shown. This is moot. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Those are the witnesses' own words on the matter. Ugh, that's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress, I could prove it. Oh, Ryunosuke. Yo. Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryunosuke. I don't want you to go to jail for being a pervert. But I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day. Probably. You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. Rip her to shreds! Don't smile! Creepy. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Oh, yes, Your Excellency. Forgot my job for a second. Ha 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 ha. Cross-examination. Frightening, yep, okay. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. Should I just press her on everything?
Yes!
Sometimes you have to. After 2 p.m., in fact. That's really quite a late lunch, isn't it?
Objection!
You don't need to keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are in vogue, isn't that right? No? No. A decisive English no has quite a sting to it. The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. Yes, which we can prove from the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier. True. That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, that all makes perfect sense. Such wonderful logic. What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is. She hasn't said anything. So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? God dang. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak. Okay, maybe I don't need to press all of them. We know that's true. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. Do I have anything about the gun? Gunshot to the chest. La la la, da ba ba, do do do. Okay, maybe not, but I'll press her on it. I mean, where?
Yes!
Yeah, slam the table. Like I said, I did not shoot that gun. Like I said, there's no point repeating that assertion over and over. Well, I wasn't expecting to be attacked by my own... Oh, well, I wasn't expecting to be attacked by my own side. The hell, man? Nevertheless, defendant, you can't deny that when the shot rang out in the restaurant, you had a gun in your hand. Well, yes, that's true, but all I did was pick up the gun I saw on the floor next to the professor as I was leaving the restaurant. In fact, yes, there was someone much closer to the victim than me at the time. The highly suspicious lady. Oh, ugh. That will do, you dirty, rotten scoundrel. Dirty? Your baseless accusations could very well cause an international incident, boy. It seems to me that your accusation is as baseless as ours. Tish, haha. What nonsense. The lady is merely stating what she saw. And this is already an international incident as far as I'm concerned anyway. Well, we're not gonna question if it was his gun or not. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit.
Yes!
Couldn't she have grabbed his gun? It's all very well saying that, but can you prove it? Absolutely. I verified it personally. You verified it? Yes, immediately after the incident, I checked to make sure the lady was not carrying a weapon. I distinctly remember her saying, "I'm not." That's all you did? You just asked her? Surely you carried out a physical search, Inspector. I don't know why I said that weird. No. Why on earth not? The honorable English gentlewoman clearly stated that she did not possess a weapon. There is obviously no need for any further probing into the matter. Or, there was no permission given for any further probing into the matter, perhaps? Think what you will. But if you're going to continue with this preposterous claim that the refined lady was concealing a firearm, the prosecution demands that you support your assertion with facts. In other words, he wants evidence. Ugh. Blah, 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 blah. The lady wishes to point out that of course she wanted to stay and assist with the investigation. But she was in a hurry to give a presentation at the university, so she was compelled to leave. Not to mention the fact that your office had told you to get the woman out of there. Not get her out of there, I just urged her to leave. The lady would like to point out that she in no way meant to run away from the scene of the crime. Which is why she is only too happy to cooperate and testify here in court today, of course. Unlike a certain student who refuses to admit when the game is up. My life is on the line, bro. Can you stop? You could at least have the courtesy to pay attention when I'm grading you. Goading you. Sorry. So she's maintaining that you got into an argument with the professor, at the end of which you shot him. Which is an out-and-out, totally unfounded lie. Still, her statement is very compelling. After all, she's an elegant, refined, young, and beautiful gentlewoman from Great Britain. In stark contrast to you, dressed from head to toe in a dull black school uniform. I'm dressed exactly the same way you are, except for the flapping red ribbons. Well, anyway, this is our only chance to expose her testimony as the fiction that it is. If we can't do that, the trial's over. Even you with your thick skin must be able to feel the murderous looks you're getting from around the room. Only too well. I feel half dead already. And the fact that I can't see a single inconsistency in her testimony isn't making me feel any better either. The first thing to do is press her on any of her statements that seem even slightly off to you. Do that, and an opening will present itself. I promise you. I need to expose the true face of this exotic foreigner that's hiding behind the mask. That's what I should be aiming for in this cross-examination. Okay. Okay, not that one. Unable to eat. I guess we'll do all of them, I guess. He was unable to eat, you say. And that was because he just had a tooth removed at Hada Clinic, correct? That's right. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering. Was Miss Brett aware of that fact? It seems so, yes. She'd heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. So that would mean that it was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? That's right, yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying events. Exactly as it was left? Dear me, what a harrowing experience. To have traveled to a distant island on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic incident. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight. So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all. That's right, other than some carbonated water. Just water? Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. They each raised a glass of carbonated water. What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last statement? It's very meaningful. It's always meaningful. That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case. Well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing, The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony. Well, sidestepped, counsel. Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony. Gladly, she said. That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm gonna remember that one. Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. His face. I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke. Sorry. Doing my best, man. Ordered a beefsteak. Professor I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water. Okay, hold on. So the problem is, they said that the scene is like as is, but his glass is missing, right? There's only one. Will they accept that? Let's try it, right?
Yes!
No! Please, look at his face. Oh, damn, that's it! Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. That is correct, the lady says. Well, it's odd. Very odd. Dear me, what's odd is the defense's inability to express itself. Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously it's the cheers. The cheers? The chairs? Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. Oh. You're quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass pictured here.
Objection!
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minutia? Minutia? English? What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the case?
Objection!
Everything, bro. Minutia, you say? Could it be that the detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. Damn, but there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you going to try to tell me you can clink with only 1? You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. She ate the other one, I don't know. He's like, bitch, where's the glass? Inspector, what did the lady say? She ate it, man. It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What? Do you want a souvenir? It was all so terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she's saying. Good gracious! Why can't you show me your eyes? Sorry. There, as I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all. Oh, please. We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's lunch and companion before her very eyes. I just said very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray? That's absurd. Oh, really? So do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, and beautiful woman of mischief? What? No. This can't be put down to mischief. This is murder, bro. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. I threw it against the wall. No, I'm kidding. It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying. Yeah, here it is, bro. I don't have any place to put a gun, except for that handbag that I put a glass in. A handbag, you say? Yes, Your Excellency. A small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. So, the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. Are you dumb? This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning. But in the end, it comes to nothing. Sorry I'm using logical reasoning in a court trial, okay? No more pretentious accusations. You wasted enough time already. Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed the glass. I think henceforth we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement? No? I don't know, really. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there, it's the handbag. Nothing in particular. Wait, the lady put the glass in her handbag, you say? Yes, do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items. Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag. I wish it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too. What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard? It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. You can't seriously be suggesting. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Did you or did you not search Miss Giselle Bratt's handbag on the day of the murder? No, sir, I did not. Just asked her if it was empty, as I thought. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. No! Ah, my throat. Bing, bing, bing. Order, order, order. What is the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what, Prosecutor Ouchie? Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations. Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Cosmo? Meanwhile, he's dying. Oh God. Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly you have no faith in the police. As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary. Unnecessary in what way? Is it like the size of her pinky? I don't know. No, you can't fit a glass in that. I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I don't like when your eyes go all white, bro. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about. This photographic print. This print is of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Well, I never. You can see right through to what's inside. Sure. That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. Ugh. As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruhodo-san. Whoa! Damn. I just had a concussion. Or gave myself one. I just had one? What does that mean? Order, order! Inspector Hosonaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Why have you just been holding on to it this whole time? Certainly, Your Excellency. Photograph of the handbag has been added to the court record. Okay, a photograph taken by Hosonaga-san after the incident occurred. It shows Miss Brett's handbag on a chair by the victim's table. Okay. I think you've had long enough to cross-examine the witness, counsel. That's me at all times. Hold on, let me go to my court record and look at this. Yeah, what is that? Okay, why can't there just be like, what if there's a hidden pocket? It's not that hard. Like, there could be just like a black piece of fabric right behind the glass. Like, where's the proof? Also, why is her handbag on a chair behind the guy? I'm confused. There's a bull. Oh, what is, okay, there's the bull there. What does that mean? His hand was on her plate, or he was sitting there. Is the chair facing away? Interesting. Huh. I don't know where her handbag is in relation to this. I don't know why the bowl mark is on his hand. At first I was like, oh, sick, a tattoo. But that ain't a tattoo. It's like a burn, right? Because these are usually hot plates. Fascinating. Okay. Well, if they ask me if something's jank, I'm gonna point that out. But for the moment, I guess we're chilling. Actually, you know what? We are at 29 minutes. This might be a good place to stop, actually. So, Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know how the volume is if I need to turn myself down further. Very interesting. So, I mean, I still think she could hide it in her purse, right? Because if there's like a hidden pocket or like a black piece of fabric, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's pretty easy, unless it's see-through on both sides. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see. She probably did it. Usually, it's like the last person they bring in, or like someone they brought in who like didn't give the full story or something, you know. So we'll see. She's my suspect, but. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying the series. As always, feel free to leave a like, comment, favorite, or subscribe, whatever you guys are feeling. And until the next time, lights off, dark out.